friends, it's Miss Stacy at the Lyon Township Public Library. Thanks so much for joining me today for story time. For today's story, we're going to be reading In a Garden. And we're going to see and explore all of the fun things that take place in a garden. And we're going to watch it grow. But before we get into our story, let's start by singing The More We Get Together. Because even though we're not together in person, we're together over the screen. So if you know this, go ahead and sing along with me. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Great job, friends. All right, let's get into our story. In a Garden, written by Tim McCanna, illustrated by Amy Securo. And a special thank you to Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers for allowing us to share this book with everyone today. In a garden, on a hill, sparrows chirp and crickets trill. Oh, I see our garden over here. And this must be one of our birds that we can hear. Or maybe this bird here. Oh, and I see somebody waiting patiently in a window looking outside. Oh, and I even see a cat down in the window too. Are there any leaves on the trees? Oh, just a few. Just a few trees have leaves on them. Some of them don't have any at all. Looks like maybe the start of spring. In the earth, a single seed sits beside a millipede. That's it right there. Worms and termites dig and toil, moving through the garden soil. Yeah, I see the earthworms here, tunneling through the dirt, going under and over different things. I even see some other kinds of bugs in there too. Some other little creepy crawlies. Then at last, a tiny shoot, ever slowly, forms a root. First a seedling, then a sprout, pushing, bursting, up and out. That's right, this sprouted right here. Our child is looking at this because that seed finally grew roots and then it became a sprout and now it's that big, just little. In a garden, day by day, newborn flowers find their way. Bunch of bright colors. I see yellow flowers and purple flowers. Purple. I see orange flowers and pink flowers. Those beautiful flowers. Looks like they're doing a good job watering too, watering the garden. Sunlight warms the morning air. Dewdrops shimmer here and there. Earwigs scuttle, beetles scurry, roly-polies scoot and worry. These are the roly-polies. Sometimes I see them and they're shaped like a ball, and sometimes I see them and they're walking all stretched out. Sleepy slugs and garden snails leave behind their silver trails. Here's one here. And sometimes they leave behind this like slimy little path or trail from where they've just been. Frantic teams of busy ants scramble up the stems of plants. These ants are very busy, aren't they? Lots of them have things that they're holding. Food for later. In a garden, week by week, little creatures hunt and squeak. Oh, I see a squirrel that's hidden in the trunk of the tree. Do you see our squirrel hidden right there? Oh, looks like Mama Bird is bringing a worm to her little baby birds so they can have some dinner or some lunch. And it looks like, oh, something's happening over in this corner. A dog, and it's chasing a little tiny mouse. Might be hard to see. All the while, a sprout is growing without anybody knowing. Buds emerge and leaves unfold, braving wind and heat and cold. Oh, yes, the plants are getting bigger. Stretching, spreading, open wide. Just the perfect place to hide. Underneath, it's safe and snug for a lonely ladybug. Where's our ladybug? Do you see the ladybug? Yeah, there she is. She's red with black spots. Red body, black spots. And she's hiding underneath some of the leaves for protection. In a garden, showers fall. Dainty drinks for one and all. Who's hiding under this leaf here? A frog or a toad? Yeah. Oh, and I see even the mom and the child have an umbrella so they don't get all wet because it looks like it's raining a little bit. But water's really good for the plants. I bet the flowers are enjoying it. And the tree too. Look how many more leaves are on this tree. A lot more green than we saw before. Flower petals, bold and bright, blossom in the beaming light. Blooms of every shape and size call to bees and butterflies. Daisy, foxglove, tulip, plum, daffodil, chrysanthemum. Wow, there's so many beautiful flowers. And I see somebody who loves flowers. They're yellow and black. Let's see, I see another one here with stripes. The bees love flowers, don't they? And here's our bees. Sips of nectar, warm and sweet. Pollen clings to hands and feet. Round and round they buzz and flit, only pause to rest a bit. They're collecting all of the nectar. In a garden, bugs aglow, flashing, flying to and fro. Oh, this looks so pretty in the evening time. It looks like our sun has set and the sky looks purple and pink. And they're catching these little bugs. We call them lightning bugs, but some people call them fireflies. And they light up. Oh, here's one that a little kid's looking at. And the little tail part gets really bright. They look so pretty on a summer night. Lacewings, gnats, mosquitoes, spiders, dragonflies, and water striders live among the cattail reeds, lily pads, and water weeds. Keeping hid from hungry eyes, using colors to disguise. Crafty bugs with clever tricks look like leaves or bark or sticks. Some bugs are so clever they look just like a stick or a leaf. Let's see if we can see some in the tree though. That might look like bark. Oh yeah, I can see there's a couple little bugs in there, but it almost looks like it's part of the tree because they look like the bark on the tree. In a garden full of green, many moments go unseen. So much happens in a garden. You don't actually see everything that happens. Finding shelter in the shade, careful rows of eggs are laid. As a cool and gentle breeze whispers through the tops of trees. Oh, here's a bug here, and they laid a ton of eggs. All these little circles are eggs. So maybe they might grow into baby bugs. And it looks like our leaves are changing too. Our leaves aren't green anymore. There's yellow and orange and red. Lots of different colors. Looks like fall is coming. Then a seed slips to the ground, sinking in without a sound. Time goes by, and then it's winter, isn't it? Life returns and starts again. It's right after winter comes spring again. And all the kids get to watch the garden grow again. Trees go green again. So pretty. Always changing, never still, in a garden on a hill. Oh, wow. So many people are making this garden so beautiful. Looks like they decorated this in the shape of a heart. So pretty. And they're growing fruits and vegetables, flowers, so many beautiful things. What a beautiful book. I love seeing the garden all throughout the year and then the start of the next year too. All right, let's get my apron. And we are going to see some colorful worms. Worms that are all sorts of different colors. Okay, get my worms here. One red wiggly worm lying under the sky so blue. Along comes an orange worm, and then there were two. That's right, there's two. One, two. Two wiggly worms squirming up a tree. Along comes a yellow worm, and that makes three. One, two, three. Three colorful wiggly worms searching for one more. Along comes a green worm, and that makes four. One, two, three, four. Four colorful wiggly worms into a puddle dive. Along comes a blue worm, and that makes five. Five colorful wiggly worms squirming across some sticks. Along comes a purple one, and that makes six. Let's count them. One, two, three, four, five, six. Alrighty, friends, let's end with open, shut them. That's the one where we give our hands a great big stretch. So this is open and shut, nice and closed, nice and tight. Okay, let's go. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, creep them, creep them, creep them, right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not let them in. Thanks so much for joining me for story time. I hope to see you around the library. Bye-bye.